What is up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, guys. This is episode 5, maybe 4. I done lost track already. It should be episode 5 of the Mindset Matter podcast. Um, Man, we here. This been good. I always just try to do topics that come to mind. I have a list of topics saved in my phone, but a lot of things I just go off topic. I just go off topic and off plan, or at least what I have planned, because I just see and recognize certain things that happen within my day, within my week. And when you working on certain things and living and going through life, you just certain things just start popping up that you just remember. And that what brings us to our topic for today, which is why discipline is greater than motivation. So if you're watching on YouTube, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like as well. If you're listening on the podcast streaming platforms, make sure y'all leave your boy a review and comment on there as well, But jumping right into this, it came to my mind just because I decided to start a at least 48 hour, 72-hour water fast. And it's been different. I'm not going to lie, because I don't drink that much water already. So talking to my wife, she was like, you don't even drink water a lot like that to even do this. And I'm like, that's the purpose. That's why I'm trying to do this. And it's been tearing me up. I'm not going to lie. I made it so far. But I made it. I decided to make it a fruit fast, just because I'm like, I need something in my body, because I do a lot, and I do need those certain nutrition, certain things in my body. So I was like, I can't just do water alone, and got some coconut water and all that other stuff. Just taking that time away from other foods and stuff, really just to clear my mind. And I started that this morning just because, and it's Sunday morning, by the way. Started that just because I heard someone that was just talking about how they did their fast, and what got me was they were like, hey, don't do this. If you don't like doing nothing hard, don't do this. And I'm like, man, I like a challenge. I love a challenge, actually, because challenges only make you better. Challenges only make you stronger. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I need to try this and let it really challenge me. And because this one person, the way they just said it, that really just grabbed a hold of me. And I was like, I got to make it happen. I got to make it happen. Other times I try, then by the end of the day, I'm like, I can't do this. I was giving up. And what it made me think about just being disciplined when things are hard, because when things are hard, it's easy to stay motivated. It's easy to be motivated for that day. And like I said, I heard it today. It's easy to be motivated today, but as the day going, you can lose motivation, because motivation is really based on your emotions. And that's what I was reading earlier, how motivation is basically more emotions, and being disciplined is more intentional. And that's what you want to be. You want to be more intentional and not making decisions just based off your emotions. So I was thinking, how can this benefit me? How would this help me? And when he was talking about just the mind, because I'm already kind of slim fat type of build, I can still get around, move, lift, and all that stuff. But I was like, man, the mind, the mental aspect of doing this. And I honestly start seeing my mind. I really seen my mind get weak, and I seen my mind get strong. Like, yeah, I start paying attention to the process of this. And I honestly seen early on, I was weak, telling my wife, hey, I need to do, like, I think I need to eat. I think I need to do this. And then now making it to the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm going strong. I did have some water, and actually have some coconut water for electrolyte purposes and stuff like that. So now my mind, I feel mentally strong, and like I said, that was just staying disciplined. That really had nothing to do with motivation, because I really had to get out of my feelings, because my wife, she still get on to me to this day. She still get on to me right now, because I went to her and I was like, oh dang, I think I just need to eat like this. And she was like, no, you said you were going to do this, so why are you trying to do, so always good to have an accountability partner. But I thought back. I wrote a chapter in my book, like, what is the measure of a bad day? What is the measure of a bad day? How do you measure what type of day you're going to have before it even begins? And I remember, because I've been in education 10 plus years. working with kids for so long. And I remember hearing the teacher, now this was like 5+ years ago, but remember hearing the teacher just saying, if I don't get my coffee, this is going to be a bad day. I'm going to have a bad day if I don't get my morning coffee. And that just made me think like, dang, you basing your day off of if you get your coffee or not, which means if you don't get it, these kids are going to have a pretty rough day because you made a decision or your coffee didn't show up, you know? And that what made me think about just motivation. Like, that coffee is somebody motivation. You know, that energy drink is somebody motivation based off of just how you feel. And it can't be. It really can't be. Like, being disciplined, that's what keeps you going despite the circumstance. So even if I don't get what I need for today or what I want really for today, I can still be productive. I can still do what I need to do for that day. I can still really just productivity. I can be productive for this day instead of letting something determine my day. I can determine my day by the things I do every day, you know, and like motivation, it's good. It's always good to hear motivational speeches and stuff. And it came to me like I'm just hearing, and because I heard from a video. I heard from a video a while back how if you can't stay motivated, stay disciplined. You know, and that spoke to me because I'm like, man, like motivation. I can be motivated today, but I can be disciplined every single day. You know, motivation gets me through the day, but discipline gets me through every single day. Just being disciplined on what I need to do, that helps me get through every single day, despite the circumstances, despite what comes my way. Because I stay disciplined, I can get through this day. Because I have a routine, because I have certain habits, good habits, of course, I can get through this day. You know, because sometimes I remember just looking for that motivation to start, or motivation to do something, and it's good for that day. Then the next day, I'm back down again. And I can just recall back trying to hearing Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas, one of my favorite speakers, and he was talking about how you get up at 4 o'clock. Man, I remember waking up at 4 o'clock. I said, yeah, he can wake up at 4 o'clock. That's for him. That is not for me. I cannot do 4 a.m. But 5 o'clock worked for me. So, and one year, actually, I think a year or two ago, I was actually able to get up at 4. But then it really was like, all right, what am I getting up for? You know, getting up at 4 and for what? For what? But then I had a plan in place. So I began to get up at 4:30, and now I get up at 5. But I have a plan. I have my morning planned out versus getting up and don't know what to expect. I know what to expect. I know what I need to do. And that just goes with discipline. There were times I'll look at that clock and be like, oh, I'm finna snooze because I don't have to do this today. I don't have to do that today. But now I get up, I'll get my body up. Now, don't get me wrong. I might get an extra 5 minutes, but I try to still get up and be like, nah, let me get up and get my day going and get my day started. And that's just having a disciplined mindset right there. You got to be disciplined to do these things, because if you're not disciplined, you're not going to see it as a routine, and you're not going to see it as you getting better and eventually getting those results. So I can be motivated for that day, but discipline keeps me honestly going every single day. So definitely wanted to talk to y'all about this, and I have written here, discipline is greater than motivation, because motivation is emotional, but discipline is intentional. It got motivation is temporary, discipline is consistent. So just think about the consistency. Motivation comes and goes. It depends on your feelings, your mood, or your environment. You might feel motivated after watching a powerful video or hearing a great speech, but that feeling fades. Discipline, however, is what keeps you moving forward after the feeling is gone. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. Man, that's just powerful in its own sense right there. And I have a whole list, and I'll probably put this list in the description below. But just how motivation is temporary and discipline, just being consistent. I'll talk about it all the time. Consistency brings results. Like, it really brings results. Just being consistent. And I start seeing consistency and being productive when I actually stay disciplined. Not saying I have to do this, but I get to do this. I just talked to my basketball boys about that. Sometimes we look at certain situations without gratitude. You look at certain situations without gratitude, you'll begin to complain on a position that you once prayed for. So just think about that. If I wake up thinking I get to do this, I'm prepared to do this, I'll be more productive doing this. And eventually you will see many blessings, many doors open for you because now you changing that mindset and have gratitude. I get to do this. I don't have to do this. Even though you may feel like you have to, if you change it to I get to, man, you will start seeing how much productive you'll be. You will start seeing more doors open on your behalf and God will begin to bless you. So just think about that, man. It's a blessing to wake up every day. It's a gift to wake up every day that we take for granted with complaints. We don't have to complain about our day. We really don't. We don't have to complain about our day that wasn't promised. This day was not granted to you. This day was definitely not granted to you. But some people wake up and complain like this day was supposed to happen for them. And it really wasn't. So start your day with gratitude. And that's another topic, but just start your day with gratitude. It'll change your mind. It'll change how you move that day. It'll change how you do everything that day. But that's all I have. Just wanted to get that while it was fresh on my mind, man. But stay disciplined. I know that motivation might help temporarily, but man, find the motivation to stay disciplined at this point. But always stay disciplined. But that's all I have, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If you're watching, don't forget, leave a 5-star rating for your boy on the podcast, on the streaming platforms. But y'all be blessed, be the best to be you. I'm out.